The first check that I got, which was out of an internship, I gave it to my mom.
FOMO देने की जरूरत नहीं. फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस का इतना नहीं पता मुझे, लेकिन फाइनेंशियल ड्रेन क्या है पता है.
I will do more for the environment.
I have gone hungry and bought myself clothes. Namaste guys.
Eva, namaste guys.
This is Eve's Teasing podcast. She is Farzeen and I am Prapti, and let's get into it.
Yeah, I did not let her talk. तेरा लाइफ का पर्पस
बस पूरा हो चुका है.
मोक्ष प्राप्त हो गई. मोक्ष प्राप्त हो गई.
मोक्ष प्राप्ति.
मोक्ष प्राप्ति. Is that where it comes from?
No way. Prapti is just Prapti.
No, but Prapti is like you got it.
Yeah. To acquire, to gain.
Acquire.
Yeah.
Have you gained financial independence?
Sis, we won't be here doing this podcast then, no?
इतना सच नहीं बोलना था.
पूरा सुनने की हिम्मत रखो या पूछो मत.
That is fair. We have said this before and we mean it very sincerely that we are looking for brands to sponsor this podcast, Eve's Teasing, where we talk about important topics, and today we are discussing financial independence for women. And when was the first time that you bought something with your own money, Prapti?
With my own money, I'll tell you. This was during masters, and I had just taken up this job at American Express.
Okay.
And then, babe, there was this phase, okay? Like, I was like, if I want to eat at this cafe, I'm eating at the cafe. If I want to buy something, I'm buying something.
How much were you making?
Oh, I was making quite a lot. Like, for a student, okay? Like, I was making around 30-40 a month.
Damn, that's nice.
That's a lot of money for a student.
That was my first salary.
You got that much in your first salary?
Yeah, apparently, so my first job was with no, they gave us this much, and then they said, when we left, they were like, we've overpaid you, and now the market won't be able to afford you.
Okay, and here you are.
Here I am. But yeah,
always discuss your salaries. We've talked about this
We've talked about this before. So, what were you buying?
Even I bought things for myself also, and I remember buying things also for my flatmate.
Oh, how sweet.
And not, like, I was just like, bro, बहन के पास पैसे हैं. And it's nothing, no, पहली बार इतने सारे पैसे.
So sweet.
So I was like, where you want to go? You want to go there? Let's go.
Yeah, so sweet. I remember the first time मैं बड़ी यार सूरज बरजातिया type person हूँ, because the first check that I got, which was out of an internship, I gave it to my mom. Matlab, I love my mom and she has done everything, so it made sense, but I didn't keep it. And uske baad, I think the money that I got, I think I bought a phone. What?
FOMO देने की जरूरत नहीं थी. I'm very close to my mom.
Oh, didn't mean it like
triggering
that.
Content.
Oh my God, didn't mean it like that. Sorry, but no. I think I have learned the importance of money because I was raised by a single mom, and money was always a point of concern for her. She never let that affect us. We had the best life. I went to a very expensive school in Delhi, and सब कुछ I could afford, सब कुछ I could buy. I had the best life, and now as an adult, I think back and I'm like, how did she manage?
This is something, even, it also kind of boggles me that I'm always thinking about how she does not understand my needs. She does not understand why I need a certain thing, or why I want to wear certain clothes, or why I do what I do for my hair and skin, or whatever. She doesn't understand it, but she is not getting in my way. It's not like she was able to give me those things when I was growing up. Right. It's just that I'm able to give it to myself, and she's not questioning it.
Right.
At the same time, I'm also like, girl, you. I'm gonna pamper you.
How sweet.
Yeah, and then I get her, like, if she's just looking at these particular sari, and she'll just like, yeah, it's very expensive. Why buy? I'm like, just buy it. You just buy it for fucks. Just buy it.
And to have that, to be able to afford that, is such a high, no?
Like I know what men feel as providers.
We are the men of our lives, no?
Sadly, we are becoming, or I don't know, we have become the men we want to date, or something.
in terms of like being able to provide for ourselves, definitely. But फिर भी we feel like with the money that we make, and we've also spoken about wage gap, दोस्तों, it's very real. महंगाई इतनी ज्यादा है नहीं है यार. I don't have enough money ever.
यार अब या मैं क्या बताऊं, पिंक टैक्स भर रही हो यार.
What? Right? Like what? Why do we have to do that? I remember this one time I went to Decathlon and I wanted to buy these joggers. Okay, और मुझे ना थोड़ा baggy चाहिए था. So I thought, I looked at the women's section and I was like, no, this is not baggy enough. Let me check the men's section. Maybe I'll be able to find something there. They had the same variety, and I was trying to figure out the waist size, and those joggers were cheaper than the ones that they were selling in the women's section. And there was no difference as such.
The material and all was
Nothing. And then I went up to them and I'm like,
was
can
the
you
pocket
please,
bigger for the men's section?
to keep the money that they own, that they earned, all the money that they earn more.
Yeah.
That's why pockets. Oh, very interesting, Prapti. Did you know that women's clothes not having pockets is deeply political? Is not just, it's not something that just happened.
I know. It's not just that. It's also one of the main reasons why bags sell as much as they do.
Exactly, yeah,
Like
because
the entire bag business
Yeah.
is dependent on women
not having pockets.
Yeah. And why did they not have pockets?
Because they could keep money, they could leave houses, and they could gather and talk about things, and they would be able to travel. They would be able to carry maps.
So you mean independence?
Independence.
Oh.
So basically, pockets बढ़ाओ, पैसे बढ़ाओ, and for
Wage
us,
gap हटाओ.
wage gap हटाओ.
Yes.
बेटी पढ़ाओ, wage gap हटाओ,
ये
pockets बढ़ाओ.
यहाँ पे ये वो लिख चुकी है जिंगल.
मैं हूँ कौन लिखता है? प्रसून जोशी. Except I'm not Prasun Joshi. We don't anyway.
But have you also thought, तेरे को ऐसा लगा है कि मेंस रेजर में कुछ अलग होगा विमेन्स रेजर से? पिंक कलर का मिल जाता. हमने नहीं बोला पिंक चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए पिंक वाला. मैं तो जब मैं देख यार
मैं नेल पॉलिश से पेंट कर लूंगी. मेरे को चाहिए होगा तो
यार मैं बताती हूँ तेरे को, जब मैं छोटी थी मैं वैक्सिंग में अफोर्ड लाइफ में काफी लेट कर पाई हूँ. तो जब मैं छोटी थी तो क्या करेगा बच्चा?
हाँ, क्या किया?
शेव करेगा.
Oh my god.
और कैसे किया? पापा के शेविंग ब्लेड
no.
से. क्या नो यार, it's the same thing.
Okay, you didn't hurt yourself.
I did
no?
not know.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
And then it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Like उस पे टैग किस बात का bro?
अरे,
मतलब वैसे जैसे औरत होना महंगा नहीं है.
That's true.
Sanitary pads are so expensive.
Sanitary pads are so expensive, and why do we have to pay a tax on something that is just
basic needs?
Yeah. And I have this sad experience to share. I know this person, and she decided that she would need a job of her own when she got married. Okay, and her partner was
Not
financially.
Okay. I was like not giving her money. Okay.
Partner was supporting her financially and giving kharcha, mahine ka kharcha, that this is how much you get. And she realized that she was not allotted funds, and this is years ago, this is an older person, she was not allotted funds to buy her basic needs like sanitary napkins. And because we are raised with such taboo, she could never ask her partner that I need this money for my personal need, I need to buy sanitary pads. And that's when she decided that she's going to get a job, and whatever the salary will be, she will use that for her own needs.
And I'm sure I'm waiting for comments that are going to come in. अब यही करता रहे क्या आदमी?
हाँ.
यही सब खर्चे चलाते रहे क्या? ठीक है, हम उसका जवाब नहीं दे रहे.
हाँ.
जिसको पता करना था उसे पता कर लिया.
Exactly.
So this is what exactly I say. There was a point where the only thing sustaining our house was my mother's job. Like that was the only thing that was upholding the entire house, holding it together. And there were times when people had told her that, there's all this land, just quit your job. And there were others who told her, do anything, but don't quit your job. Like that is the one thing you need to stick to. And she did. And it's very important. Like financial independence का इतना नहीं पता मुझे, लेकिन financial drain क्या है पता है.
क्या बात है? That's a t-shirt I want to wear.
Yeah, babe, and it's like not like financial I won't, like, I'm not poor. Like,
Of course,
yeah. My if I say I have a hand to mouth this thing, it's a very different hand to mouth I'm talking about. It's very privileged, 1% rich wala hand to mouth.
For sure.
Yeah. And just that, this I feel should be a very basic human being's life, and the fact that it's unaffordable to some people. Some kya, I'm 1% to 99% of the population, and it just, it hits you at these. I don't know whether to call it. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Okay, I'm privileged. I'm sorry, but I'm.
No, we are, and we absolutely acknowledge it. Our privilege
Yeah.
is everything, and the fact that even then it feels like it's not enough, and you need to earn more because living in Bombay is so expensive. We both,
and I just feel like, I'm sorry to cut you off, living as a woman is automatically more expensive in Bombay, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. And our profession requires us to look a certain way. We have to invest so much more. Dermatologist ke sessions mein, I think I've spent more than what I did in a lot of vacations.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on my acne.
Yeah, I've also had cystic acne, and I remember this one time I tell people, okay, and I'm sure you know this already. This one doctor I was seeing, Prapti, she would charge 7-8 grand for a session.
Who are you going to?
Yeah, there's the celebrity dermatologist in Juhu who I was going to, and I stopped because meri auqat nahi thi.
And please, this should be the end of celebrity culture in our lives. Nobody needs 7 to 8 grand. You want to talk to a dermatologist? Come to me. I will suggest the dermatologist.
Oh, I was like, you will be the
like I said, only financial drain ka gyan de sakti hu main. How to spend your money on useless things.
Yeah.
101.
We don't have a lot of tips on how to save and where to invest, but it's so important for women to even have this knowledge. I feel like we're not raised with that. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि every time I think about money, I'm like, when I make this much is when I will appoint someone and they will figure it out for me. And that, I think, is something that I need to check for myself. And I'm sure a lot of people my age, women, are doing that, because you're like, most of the people I know, their fathers are usually taking care of the finances.
I about this, yeah.
है ना? और मुझे यही लगता है कि यार, it's so important for then people to realize that you need to empower yourself. आपको ये knowledge तो होनी चाहिए कि whether somebody where you're investing is right or wrong. What are you doing with your money?
Yeah, लेकिन यार फरजीन, फिर ये वही बात हो गई ना, that you should understand. Like जो तुम बता रही थी, like we read, like you were saying that this is how you've read about it, that women should do this. हम देखो बार बार उसी point पे आ जाते हैं that we should be able to do this. Where I feel this could be personal. There's this concern also कि जब पैसों के बारे में औरत बात करती है ना, कुछ अलग ही shame जुड़ जाता है उसके साथ, पता नहीं क्यों. क्या मतलब, क्या जरूरत है तुम्हें, like, समझ रही हो?
हाँ, I don't know if it's a gender thing, but I'm very ashamed to ask people for my own money.
No, that's not a gender thing.
That's not a gender thing.
Yeah, please unpack in therapy.
Okay. But I feel like in general, I know people who would know that this is how much they deserve. Oh, this is a statistic, by the way, that women not just get paid less in corporates, but they are also the ones who are not able to negotiate better.
Yeah.
That is a conditioning, no? Because you feel like, itna to mil raha hai, that's good enough, no?
See, so matlab that shame is inbuilt. So matlab when our fathers and all, like, there are some girls who flex like this, मेरे को तो नहीं पता, पापा संभालते हैं. Okay, पापा की परी, जब पापा नहीं होंगे तब क्या करोगी?
हाँ, और मतलब
तब तक वेट क्यों कर, like, why aren't we brought up, why isn't this
system,
why isn't it a dining table conversation कि बेटा आप इसमें क्यों नहीं इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो? क्योंकि पापा को तो पता है ना, पापा आप तो बताओ.
वही, एंड हम जब, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब मुझे पता चल जाएगा, like my mom obviously knows and that's how she could manage, but मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि it's so sad that it's so internalized कि I don't discuss money with my mom a lot. I am waiting for some person I will hire someday who will help me figure out these investments. In fact, it's so sad, but in my previous workplace, there was this kid. I mean, I'm calling them a kid because they were 19 and young adult. And I asked that person that, listen, where are you investing? Like, let me know.
And they knew.
And they knew. A 19-year-old boy has invested more, knows more, is equipped more. And I'm like, I need to equip myself. But why was I not thinking about this when I was 19? Because I'm sure I was thinking about multiple other things.
Yeah, and
that they don't have to think about.
of course, it's so important. I'm sorry, we live in that kind of capitalistic this thing where money is important.
Absolutely.
And it's not even a thing where you're discussing your finances or, thing like that, which is why I think kitties are beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kitties are the shit.
Yeah.
And initially, I used to think that it's funny, it's like mock worthy. But then I thought about it and I'm like, here is this concept where A, women get together, B, they have a fund. It's a chit fund. And it's so interesting how one person, for those who don't know, I'm sure most people know this, but आप chit उठाते हो and every month one person is allotted कि बाकी सब लोग whatever 5,000, 10,000, it'll be accumulated and given it to that
this person. Yeah.
And the kitty will happen at their place or something. ना ऐसा कुछ कि fair होगा, they'll cook and kitties are super cool, dude. I've been to some. Have you?
Okay, no, I've never been.
We should do a kitty.
Okay,
no?
we should. And we'll talk about finances.
We'll talk about finances.
Yeah, I think I know.
तब तक तो हम बचा लेंगे ना.
नहीं, please.
क्या? A girl can't have dreams.
Keep dreaming. That's the problem. No, Farzeen, you've been dreaming only. Nothing is coming out of it.
Oh my god. Harsh reality, Prapti.
But I know these certain investment
plans.
No, not investment plans. People who work with investments.
Okay.
And they only work with women. They only work with single women, single mothers, and like women in general. And I was like really interested to know about them. Like, please comment if you want to know as well, because I'm very happy to share the information.
That's so cool. So they work with single women. They give financial advice.
Yeah.
And they work with me.
Are you single?
But women?
So then?
Then I will.
Then why you ask?
I just wanted to know.
She goes to celebrity dermatologist. Now, what will she understand about finance?
That was years ago, yaar. I regret doing that. I could have gone for 2 Thailand trips.
Or just come to my
dermatologist. Yeah, I could have done a lot.
Farzeen, I always feel that girlhood ho gaya, and financial independence is such an integral part of my girlhood. Pata hai? I wouldn't say I lived my girlhood when I was a teenager or anything. It's only after I started working. And I am sorry, but मेरी salary बहुत कम थी when I started working. लेकिन मुझे देखकर तुम ये बिल्कुल नहीं बोलोगे. Right? I have gone hungry and bought myself clothes. I was like, if I want to buy it, I will. क्या हो जाएगा? एक हफ्ते puffcorn खाकर सो जाएंगे.
No way.
Good things I've done.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Puffcorn तो अच्छा भी नहीं होता.
Yeah. Please, we all have our own opinions, at least till now. Anyway, so I remember how that was such an important part of my girlhood. Okay, then came a time when I could earn, have the things that I want, and I realized how useless shopping is. And then you could also save. So that was like late,
right?
Like late 20s, right now 30s. It's when this is happening for me. And then there is another ring to taking your parents out, especially your mom.
Oh my god!
Like it's like, आपको क्या चाहिए बोलो.
Yeah.
Like you've not been to this place. Let me take you to this cocktail. I took her to a cocktail place.
Does she drink?
No, that's the whole point. My fathers are drunk. I don't think Malayali women drink because they're always like managing their husbands.
Oh
anyway,
my god!
So it's true. I'm sorry to trigger your trauma.
Oh my god!
My Mallu people there. Anyway, so
cocktail place.
Yeah, I took her to a cocktail place, and my father's a drunk, right? So I ordered a cocktail, and she was very skeptical about it. She's like just looking at me like, "Oh, is this when she becomes a drunk?" Little does she know. And then she takes a sip, and I'm like, "Isn't it nice?" She's like, "So nice. See, if you're drinking like this, then our liver will not be affected." I'm like, Madda, you're just spending more money.
So sweet.
Yeah, you're fucking up your liver with more money now.
Yeah, I remember. So my mom takes pride in the fact that she was the provider and the caregiver, single
Yeah.
parent. So she really likes that. Okay. So when I started earning, I feel like something changed where now that I wasn't taking money from her, I think somewhere she probably, that's what I feel, felt less significant. So even when I wouldn't need money, Prapti, she would send in some. And I'm like, I don't need it. Why are you doing this? She's like, no, buy something. And I was like, okay, here is this person who's trying to
Stay relevant.
stay relevant. And that to me was some realization.
Yeah, because I think fathers generally go through
Yeah,
this phase
yeah.
because I've seen fathers do this thing where they're like, नहीं नहीं घर के लिए तुम मत
हाँ,
भेजो,
हाँ, हाँ.
नहीं मैं लेके आऊंगा.
हाँ.
I think fathers do that
Yeah.
thing. So I think your
Mom was doing that, and I remember when I started earning, and I've mentioned this before, I love gifting.
Yeah.
So I did कुछ नहीं मिला है, झूठी चल आगे बात करेंगे शो के बाद.
बोल ही नहीं सकती क्या दिलाया है, दिलाया ही नहीं.
मैं जताना नहीं चाहती, दे के जताते नहीं है. But anyway, so my mom, okay, I was buying these kurtas for her, and I would try to like, and the expensive ones, not like the
I got
regular
babe,
ones.
yes,
Okay?
girl, I get
She
it.
gets fancy. And then this one birthday, and I had got some payment from some shoot, and I'm like, I'm going to use all of this to buy her jewelry. And I bought her jewelry, and I was so happy. मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मैंने अपने सारे पहले के पाप धो दिए हैं by getting her jewelry. Now I'm the best daughter. And I gave her jewelry, and she was upset, legit upset. इतना क्यों खर्चा किया? Why did you have to do
I
this?
just have one question. Was it gold?
Diamond.
That's why she got upset. No.
Why?
Diamonds don't have resale value. Stop buying diamonds.
Oh my god! I'm sure she was just upset that I spent money.
No way. You don't understand.
I'll call mom and I will ask her.
18 कैरेट गोल्ड के अंदर रीसेल वैल्यू 0 वाला डायमंड, रीसेल वैल्यू कोई इतना नहीं होता.
इतना तो मैंने नहीं सोचा था.
वही ना, इसीलिए तो माँ बाप को हमसे
ये फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस कैसे क्या मिलेगी पता ही नहीं.
कौन हो तुम, अंबानी हो जो तुम डायमंड पहन के घूम रहे हो?
वो तो एमराल्ड पहनता है.
सेम, नो रीसेल वैल्यू.
500 crores में क्या रीसेल वैल्यू? Who'd be fucking able to afford it?
That's what. No, and we shop like that. You get it? तुम उसका माइक्रो वर्जन करके आई हो. So obviously your mom is like, girl, could have just bought me some 24 karat biscuits.
My mom invested. Okay, I that's the thing. I also used to do this. Okay, I used to send some money home. कि this is for घर का खर्चा, and this is my bit. You save it for me because मेरे पास रहेगा तो मैं खर्च दूंगी. And she would then invest somewhere. She bought like diamond ही बैठ गया दिमाग में मेरे. I don't even like it. I think I don't like it because I can't afford it. ऐसा easy है ना?
She's choosing what to love now, guys.
So then she would buy these gold coins, and I think like that's good investment, no?
That's great investment.
Okay, then I have some money.
Yeah.
Okay, now dinner's on me. Yeah, this is the psychology of money. कि पैसा आते ही I'm thinking of spending.
I guess मैंने तो बताया ना that I've been so irresponsible with money. Like I wanted clothes, babe. Like I was a thing. So and I would buy these chunky jewelry, like absolutely useless things. I would
क्यों
spend.
useless? Nice only. No?
And then I would go hungry. Farzeen.
That is. It tastes good. Have you tried? पेट लंबा भरता है when you eat low.
Whatever.
It's too sad.
Yeah. And you know, I was really ashamed of calling home and asking for money because I was like, eldest daughter syndrome. Yeah. नहीं, मैं student ही थी. American Express time.
Oh,
yeah.
30-40 grand you were fucking spending on chunky jewelry.
And other things.
And buying flatmate things. Is that flatmate still a friend?
No.
Food digger.
She'd take my food.
Would you want to get married if right now you are told that all your financial problems will get solved?
But isn't that why? Okay, sorry, I won't go there. But yeah, babe, the thing is, 19-20-year-old me, जिसको parents कह रहे थे कि 23-24 तक we have to get you married. Had I known that this would be my life in my late 30s, like in my 30s, I wouldn't marry.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, तो मतलब
Yeah.
Right now, I'm ready to marry if there's a two-person income.
That makes sense.
You know, I'm ready to, like, I hate the concept. I don't want to marry ever in my life. Ya Allah, please never. But it somewhere clicks in my head, two-person, two income household.
Huh. No, it makes sense for me as well. I feel like that way you'd have someone to share the load with.
Yeah, babe, I have to
na?
wait for like 2 months to buy like a covered cat litter. What are you saying?
Yeah,
All this I can't.
it's very important.
Like,
And
I feel like, you know, we are sounding like such basic people talking about all this when people are dying, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand. Like, when does it stop?
I don't think it ever does. I have this friend who now is doing really well, you know, has her own company. And I was talking to her, and she's like, that want never ends. Like, when you get that much, you want more. And I'm like, I want that much. Capitalism. That is true.
This is capitalism. This is how you know, take away access, and you're constantly trying to access that thing.
Exactly.
Like, I think that is why our consumerism right now with everything happening in the world is so much in check.
That's true.
Because right now we're like, why should we give money for this?
Yeah.
And that is,
Yeah.
I think, a smarter way to live. And I think the financial drain can be stopped there.
That's true. But I also feel sometimes I want to be wise about money because I don't have any. You know, like when I say that I don't want a lavish wedding, I don't want like a fancy wedding. Ari, I can't afford a fancy
Yeah,
wedding.
like you're the wisest about money when you have none.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Spend wisely, सिर्फ अमीर लोग बोलते हैं.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because like what choice do people who don't have enough have? They don't have that choice. They don't
Yeah.
have the क्या कहाँ invest
You know,
करोगे यार?
sometimes I always, like, when I got over this clothes buying and all that, this thing that I went through, when I got over it, you know, I was just thinking that why is it like the friends you have who come from wealth and generational wealth and everything, you never see them, you know, going out, buying these many
Yeah.
things and everything. And it is very much later in life that I realized they have been brought up with it. First
Right.
of all, it's not a novelty to them.
Yeah.
Secondly, all these designer things, or, you know, things that I wanted or was, you know, like, what did you say? Seeking.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was seeking was clearly not seeking me, because मेरे को तो नहीं मिले कोई ऐसे designer चीजें. लेकिन फिर मेरे को समझ आया that, you know, these people or these kids who come from wealth don't really have to clamor after it because their moms would have it, or they just be borrowing that and going for whatever they want to go for. So there also I was like, okay, so मेरा access denied ही मेरी जिंदगी है. Like, you know, like, because मतलब सब तुम्हें बोलते हैं कि look at that person, she did her own business, उसने इतना कमा ली, वो यहाँ पहुंच गई. And I was just, you know, like, I was looking at how Taylor Swift got to where she is. Like, she's the neo-capitalism की माता.
सारे Swifties.
I'm sorry, but अब तो क्या Swiftie रह गए हो यार तुम. Anyway, another topic, another day. But you know, when she was born, she was named Taylor so that, you know, it's a sexless name.
Oh.
Yeah, so that her resume and shit, if ever it goes to places, there she's not
doesn't have to face discrimination just on the basis of name.
Gender. Like, the first thing, like, even before she had entered the world, these two investment bankers had made sure that this is how their child will be named.
Wow, her parents are investment bankers.
Yeah, like, and she was driven to Nashville every weekend or every 2 months just so she could perform and give her songs out to these songwriters and creators.
Oh, wow.
They moved their entire life setup to, I think, New York or Nashville.
To accommodate her.
Yeah, for her to fulfill her dreams.
Wow.
And the first record label that she signed with, that guy was also like, he had no other option but to take Taylor Swift in because her dad owned like $120,000 of the shares.
Oh, wow. Acha, I did not know any of
Excuse
this.
me. So, yeah, so what I'm saying is, you know, you always give these examples of people, not you, like the general public is always given examples of Taylor Swifts and Jeff Bezos, and, you know, all these people. लेकिन यार उसने किसके गैराज में शुरू किया? अपने बाप के गैराज में जो उसके इसको फंड कर रहा था.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's not talented.
Yeah.
I'm saying tons of other people are talented, but this access and investment in your life, that plays a very, very important role.
I think so too.
तो हम ऐसे ही रह जाएंगे लाइक
नहीं यार, मैं बनूंगी इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर नाउ. No, what I will do,
that's where she went with it.
I will do more for the environment. But I went there. But what I feel is that right now, with the money that we have, and because we're financially independent, there is a lot to our personality. I mean, hey, we don't have to. The fact that we can make our own decisions. We have agency.
Yeah.
I feel like that is why we wanted to discuss this and we wanted to talk about it, because for women it's very important. And this is obviously from privilege. We don't mean to say ki there are a lot of people who will not be able to do that, who will not have the agency to have financial independence also. And that's another conversation. I don't want to talk about demonetization.
No, but like women have always clamored for this independence also.
Yeah.
There are so many, and it is so important to have like a stable source, or being able to access the bank or something.
Right.
Because इतना मतलब पकड़ के दबोच के रखा है कुछ systems में women को, that the man only gives the pocket money, और तुम ये pocket money, maintenance money, whatever, और तुम ये spend करते रहो. There are so many women who like उनकी lifetime savings उड़ गई जब demonetization हुआ.
Exactly, the impact it had on these women was, read about it. I mean, we did, and it's
crazy.
Scary.
Yeah, like if only they had access to a bank.
Exactly.
उन्होंने वहां अपने पैसे डाल, क्योंकि यार निकालते भी ऐसे 100 रुपए 200 रुपए बचा लिए, यहाँ से कर लिया, and then everything changed overnight.
And there is one thing that people mocked a lot, like how women keep cash under the mattress अपना बचा के. यार हम पॉकेट्स के लिए रो रहे हैं, हमारे पास वो एक्सेस नहीं है, कहाँ रखे इंसान पैसा. There are policy level changes that need to be implemented. Education is one major thing, and which I think like is a goal for a lot of systems, a lot of governments, and that goal should remain, and it can't ever change because not if enough girls are being sent to school.
But Farzeen, I'm sorry, we were sent to school. My mother was sent to school. Like all this
happened. What could we do?
Not just what could we do. My mother is the kind of person who came home and gave her salary check to my father.
Right. The conditioning is so deep.
And I'm from Kerala. Okay, it's like literacy, education, and everything. This is what the state is there.
Right.
So it's a very, I think it's a very
psychological thing.
Yeah.
It is that. Even right now, like I said, I am thinking I'll give it to some person who will invest it for me. And in my head, somehow that person is a man.
Oh.
And that is my own internalized bias that I have.
So even when I was investing money, when I would talk to the girl, I don't know why, I just felt like she's not explaining it well. And when the dude did it, I was like, oh yeah, makes sense.
It's
a problem.
It's a problem, and we are calling ourselves out for it.
We're not calling ourselves out. ये call out नहीं होता, ये बहुत ही safe
call in. मेरे को एक बार बताया था, पता है? Don't call out, call in to have a conversation.
Yeah, we're calling you in.
Yeah. And please give us tips, क्योंकि हमारे पास नहीं है. We just wanted to discuss
हम YouTube पे इसलिए आए ताकि आप हमें चीजें बताओ
हम कैसे पैसे बढ़ाएं. वो अक्षय कुमार का कोई स्कीम था, मीम्स तक सही रहता है वो, इन रियल लाइफ doesn't work.
वो एक देख मैंने दिया
नहीं वो आके एक दूसरा था. I'll show it to you. I'll put it here if people, I'm sure people have seen.
25 दिन में पैसा डबल. 25 दिन में पैसा डबल.
But financial independence for women, absolutely important. We are aiming for it. We are in the
hoping
process.
it for others also. Yeah.
And अगर आप और जानना चाहते हैं या आपको पता है, please put it in the comments for us and for others who watch this.
Yeah, I mean, women who know how to invest, women who know how to, who have some idea in their head how to go about this, please leave a comment. Please tell us. Please, I really want to know how, मतलब 1,500 रुपए महीने का लगाकर भी people invest.
Of course.
I'm ready to start from there. I'm ready. But if you
we won't be able to do the 80-20, I think. 80 savings, 20 kharcha.
Where you save 80% and you just spend 20%.
Then where will you buy your boba tea from? 20% में तो नहीं आएगा.
20% का वो पूरा boba tea होगा. एक वो boba tea आ जाएगा पूरे 20% में. मतलब या मतलब ये 80-20 हम इतना कमाते ही नहीं है गाइस कि हम 80% सेव कर ले. यही तो मैंने कहा.
Yeah.
All these schemes are schemes for the rich. Who the fuck is building a house?
The rich. हम तो रेंटेड घरों में रह रहे हैं, बहुत ज्यादा रेंट.
एक तो बॉम्बे first of all.
But I think on that note,
We can say bye.
Yeah.
Please leave your comments. We're waiting to read them. We really want to know.
I want to be rich. Make me rich.
Please.
Only fans.
Only fans
Huh,
come
that's
make
what I
us
meant.
rich.
That is
in
what I meant.
the comments, tell us how.
Yes.
We are not letting her talk anymore. Please cut.
Please like this video, share it with your friends, make us rich, and subscribe.
comment करके make us rich पहले तो. सब्सक्राइब. इंस्टाग्राम पे भी हम बड़े फनी हैं. इंस्टाग्राम पे हमें आके मिलो गाइज. आपका साथ बना रहे. 2-4 पैसे हम भी बना लेंगे पॉडकास्ट से.
Yeah.
लव यू.
ये मैंने कभी नहीं किया लाइफ में.